Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Hey, they're annoying me. Are they annoying you? They annoy my husband, so that's what matters to me. Alright, Amber Lynn uploaded, so she's got some bad news. Do we believe her? I don't hardly ever believe Amber Lynn. Ever. Sometimes I do, but mostly I don't. So let's just see where her bad news is. Well, let's just see, okay?
Hello. Welcome to a new weigh-in video. So this weigh-in video is going to be very different than the usual because I also have very, very bad news. So it took me a while to really process this.
Okay, Amber Lynn, just get it out. Whatever it is, just get it out. Why does it look like I'm wearing swimming goggles? Whoop! Never mind, go.
But I don't want to lose weight. I don't want to be a YouTuber. Thankfully, I have a job lined up, so we're good. I did the interview. It was hecticana. I was so nervous, but I did get the job. I started yesterday. It was okay. It was different. Having to take an Uber to work every day is definitely gonna suck, but that's okay. And it was an Uber XL, so I won't be suing Uber.
I'm letting this place for so long because this don't sound right. This ain't right. This ain't right. Something's up. This ain't right. Amber Lynn would never quit YouTube. She's got it too daggum good on YouTube. Doesn't matter. She's used to people coming after her on YouTube. She's way too used to it. She's got a sounding force over on Insta and all that. She would never quit YouTube. Never.
Because the person was hop right in. They didn't seem to judge me, so there's no suing Uber over here. And it's now that I know that there's Uber XLs, it's I don't need to lose weight. I have a job that I get to go to every single day. I get to be myself. I don't have to count calories or points or worry. I can just be me and just live the rest of my life off the internet. And I'm deleting all my social medias. I'm deleting Instagram. I'm deleting TikTok.
You know what? It's a good idea, Amber Lynn. It's a good idea. No. Why would the video be so long if she's just telling us she's gonna quit YouTube? No. It would be short, simple, and to the point if she was gonna tell us she's quitting YouTube. No. I'm not falling for it. No.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be different. And I'm gonna go in seclusion. And the only people that I'm going to talk to are the people that I either meet at my job.
She lying through her darn teeth right now. She lying. Oh no, she lying. Amber Lynn cannot do that. Oh, that would drive Amber Lynn insane. Oh, she could not do that. Oh, nope. Oh, Amber Lynn's lying. She lying.
Or my mom, and I'm just done with it all. You guys. I'm joking.
There's no way she could go without her social media. There's no way she could go without talking to people. There is absolutely no way. So I knew there was something up. I don't even know what's up, but there was something up. There's no way that she could just go in seclusion. No way whatsoever at all. She has to have her sounding board. No way.
April Fools. Today is April 1st for me. I don't know if I've ever done an April Fool's joke on YouTube before. I mean, for you guys, it's the second.
I'm sure there's going to be somebody that somewhat falls for that crap. You know, somebody's going to fall for that. Yeah. No. No, ma'am.
Because that's when this video is going to go up. But I mean, some of you might watch it on the 3rd or 4th or 5th, and you're going to be so confused. Today is April 1st. That was an April Fool's joke. I am joking. I am not leaving YouTube. I am here to lose weight. I am here to entertain you all. Oh my God, April Fools. I hope I didn't scare anybody.
You know, I hope no, little ones were watching. Not little ones, but younger people were watching. I hope nobody was watching that actually believed that. I hope. I understand she was having some fun. But I know younger ones watch her. I just hope nobody got hurt. Their feelings hurt.
Holy. So please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. So let's get into this video. I just want to start off by saying the no diet is out the door. This is a huge reset and we're completely starting over.
I knew the no diet wouldn't last long because of her channel. If she said, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not going to diet, I'm not going to lose weight, I'm not going to this, people would stop watching her. So she always has to be on a diet. We just got to decide which diet is she going to be on now. Because she's got to pick some diet.
So before I get into my 5 questions, I do want to say something that happened in my last weigh-in video when I was talking about how semaglutide is not FDA approved. People were like, Amberlynn, semaglutide is Ozempic. So yes, duh. I am fully aware of that. I have mentioned that ad nauseum in past videos while taking semaglutide. But what I am talking about is compounded semaglutide.
You need to just hush your dag-blame mouth and just stop talking. Quit talking. Just, no ma'am, hush.
That is not FDA approved. That is actually the opposite of FDA approved. The FDA is actually like, you guys need to be aware because some of this is very unsafe. So I'm sorry I didn't say compounded semaglutide in my last weigh-in, but I thought everyone knew what I was talking about because I've only ever taken compounded semaglutide. When I sit here and I say that I'm taking semaglutide, it's because it's compounded. All right, let's get into the 5 questions.
Thank you for getting into the 5 questions because dadgummit, you need to quit talking. Just quit talking. You want to be the spokesperson for absolutely everything. BPD, semaglutide, you wanted to be the book club, perfume. You want to be the spokesperson for everything. You're not. So quit.
Do you still spend $3,000 on takeout like you used to? No, I don't, because I am now a single girly. That's just me. So when I was spending $3,000 on takeout, it was also because I was in a relationship with Beck.
Quit finding ways to bring Beck up. Stop, Amberlynn. You didn't have to pick this question. You decided you were going to pick this question. Just stop it. You didn't need to do this, and you're doing it out of spite.
We both would have takeout multiple times a day. So I was also spending money on takeout for them. So now it's like cut in half. So now, yeah, I probably spend over $1,000 on takeout.
You see, you just did that out of spite. You were spending over half with half of it on them. You weren't spending your money. Y'all two shared the money because Beck was on streams with you. Knock it off.
A month, I do. But with my goal to actually have less takeout, I will be obviously saving money on that. But no, I haven't spent $3,000 a month on takeout in years.
But you're also the one that spent, what, $14 on a Diet Coke?
Is you getting cancer really related to your weight?
Stop, Amberlynn. She is low down and conniving. She really is. This whole entire video is about one thing, and that's getting back at somebody. That's all this is. She's using her channel in an evil way right now. That is all this is.
Yes, it is. Because me being so morbidly obese, I always had irregular menstrual cycles. So I would go months and months without a period, and then randomly I would bleed for a month straight. And it was like that ever since I got a period. And when I first got my period, I was 12 years old.
Why don't you just, Amberlynn, why don't you just say, hey, Beck, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Beck. You talked about me. I'm coming for you.
From that point on, there was never a regular cycle for me. For me, irregular was normal. Irregular was my regular, if that makes sense. But as a female, you are supposed to shed your lining every single month. And when that wasn't happening, the lining was just constantly building up.
Hey, Beck, don't you remember the doctors talking to you about this? You were in the room with her how long? Weren't you in the room with her when they were describing all this to her? Didn't you? You were in the hospital. You were there while all this was going on with her, Beck. You should remember this, Beck.
Constant. So my uterine wall was getting extremely thick of lining that I should have been losing. Eventually, cancer cells got into the lining of my uterus, and bam, I got cancer. And when I went into the emergency D&C, where they biopsied my uterine wall.
See what I mean, Beck? You were there with her. Beck, Listen to what she's telling you. Listen to what she's saying to you. You know all about this, Beck. Guys, all this is her calling out Beck 100%. That's all this is for.
They told me afterwards, they were like, damn girl, that was thick. They didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. A lot of women my size get uterine cancer. No matter what size you are, you can get it. So my advice to you, and my advice has always been, because of my experience, go to the gyno.
Yep, Beck tried to get you to go to the gynecologist, just like Destiny did. Everybody tried to get you to go to the gynecologist. You wouldn't go, so no, it is not Beck's fault. It is not Destiny's fault. It is nobody's fault besides your own. So you need to be taking accountability for this 100%. You never should have brought Beck's name into this.
I know sometimes it's scary. I know it can make you anxious, because that is how I felt for the longest. There is more like deeper things behind that, because I have gone through SA in my life. I know this is like going on a whole different thing, but I know that's like...
You don't even need to find a way to make people, direct it from this point to this point. You're going completely off subject just because you feel like you need to. Go ahead, go back on. This is going to go back on to blaming Beck. In some way, some form, we're going to go back on to Beck.
A big fear for me, and having a stranger look at that area and feel that area is it feels demeaning, and I know it's scary, but I have learned based on my experience, it's something we need to do as females.
Beck, you were in there in that room with her when she had all that going on. Beck, you were there. You knew how uncomfortable she was. You knew how bothered she was by this, and you were there, and you're lying right now, Beck. You're lying about all of it. You know better, Beck. And she's telling you right now, you know about her history. You know, but you still say what you're saying.
How do you feel when people say that the snack plates you have on live stream is you binging? I didn't even know people were saying that, which is kind of crazy, because it's literally just like some veggies with like some dip, and like I had like little pretzels. Like, I guess I could show you guys here real quick. All right. They're like these balls. Whoa. That is not a binge. That is a snack. At most, it's like 400 calories. Some could even consider that a meal, but that is not a binge.
Who wrote this? Who asked this? Most people watched Beck and Destiny's live stream, or they've heard of it. And they both spoke about the BINGE monster. And about how it is. How she acts. What she eats. So she's trying to sit here and say, oh no, this isn't me doing this. This isn't how bad it is. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Who cares? I don't understand why she wanted to pick this. They already said exactly how bad she is when she turns into that monster. They've already let everybody know. So this whole thing is irrelevant.
When I live stream, I don't eat for hours and hours prior to the live stream. So then when I'm actually finally doing the live stream, I'm like, damn, I'm getting hungry. So that live stream moment for me, yeah, I like to have a snack. That is not a binge whatsoever. Does the hate online affect your weight? I have always turned to food for comfort.
So say yes or no. Simple. Yes or no. That's it.
And sometimes the hate online like makes me anxious, or it makes me depressed, or it makes me feel all of these horrific feelings. So I want to turn to things for comfort. And my thing that I like to turn to is food.
Beck, you and Destiny did a live. You did a live. And you made people come after her. You did it. You made people come after her. She had to defend herself. She feels bad, so you made her turn to food. How dare you?
That has been literally what I have done. I have put myself in survival mode ever since I was a little tiny girl, where I would turn to food when I felt scared or depressed, whatever it may be. So sometimes the hate online can absolutely trigger the way that I eat, for sure.
See, you triggered her. That's what you did, Beck. You triggered her. You should come with a trigger warning yourself, Beck. You really should. Look at what you did to her. Look at what you did. This is your fault.
That's because I don't know how to like stop that. Like, it is so hard. Like, emotional eating is like sometimes the only thing that helps me feel better. And in return, if I'm emotional eating or overeating because of these things, then yes, that affects my weight. How much would inpatient cost you? Anywhere between $100,000 to $250,000. That's why when people are like, Amberlynn, get inpatient, and they throw it at me like it's as easy as to like buy an apple and like eat it.
I got a question. Inpatient as in mental inpatient, or inpatient as in weight loss inpatient? I'm curious as to which one.
I'm sorry, I don't have $250,000 to just throw at inpatient. I don't, and the insurance I have will not cover inpatient. And even if it did, I would still have to pay probably upwards to $80,000, and I just don't have that. All right, you guys, now let's get into the weigh-in, talk about how my week went, talk about my goals, did I succeed in them, and talk.
Oh, your weight went up because Beck triggered you. Beck triggered you. You had to go eat because of Beck. Your weight's gone up. You gained because Beck triggered you. You already said it.
About new goals. This no diet bullshit has been horrible. I literally tried for like 2 days. It was like 2 random days. And then for the rest of the week, like I just was over it. Honestly, something massively triggered me. It was the whole Beck cancer.
Guys, just so you know, I'm redoing this because the reaction I just had wasn't I told you so. But I didn't have a normal I told you so. I had a teenager response of I told you so, but in a lot better way. And I didn't show you. So I'm just going to say I told you so. This is an entire video about Beck.
Situation, and I'm telling you, in a weird headspace, and I just wanted to eat everything. Again, that goes with like me not being able to like regulate my emotions and the emotional eating, but I'm just here to be honest. It happened, and this is a whole reset, okay?
This is a whole reset until Beck says something else, and then you're going to come back on your channel and be like, Beck's fault. It's Beck's fault. Beck did it all.
Act like last week really didn't even happen. So I'm going to stop this whole no diet bullshit, and I'm going on a diet because I am going to die in a few years if I do not take this seriously now.
Then you need to quit watching Beck. Quit watching Beck. Leave Beck alone. Don't watch clips of Beck. If they say Beck said something, leave Beck alone. Don't you dare do another video about Beck if you're serious.
When my mom was taking me grocery shopping, actually, she was like, do you want to stop and get an ice cream cone? And that's something her and I would do frequently. And I literally said no. I was shocked that I said no. I think my mom was shocked that I said no. And no truer words escaped my mouth than in that moment. I literally looked at her and I said, Mom, if I do not lose weight now, I will not be here in a few years. It kind of like left the car silent, I'm not gonna lie, because it was kind of heavy. That's kind of a heavy thing to say to your mom.
And so you're wanting pity right now? You say a lot of mean things to your mom, and you make your mom have a lot of emotions, and you don't even think about your mom and what you say in front of her. You really don't. You don't care about what your mom thinks, feels. You don't. You bring up foster care and everything else in front of your mom, and now you're sitting here bringing this up in front of your mom. Just spring it on her. Go ahead. Hey, one day your daughter's going to be bye. Bye-bye.
And it's weird because I know my mom really wanted the ice cream cone and she wasn't going to get one unless I was going to get one. So then it made me feel guilty and I felt bad because I know she was looking forward to it. So then after like grocery shopping was over and like I was just like chilling, it was like hours later. I'm just like sitting at home. I ended up messaging my mom and I was like, I'm kind of craving the ice cream cone now. Wink, wink. Like, I'm sorry we didn't get one. And my mom was like, no, I'm glad because not only did you stay on track, but you helped me stay on track.
Oh, that's nice, but you still shouldn't have said that to your mama. Just saying.
So I stopped feeling so guilty. That's stupid to feel guilty over like an ice cream cone, but I was feeling guilty because I knew she really wanted one. I know that's like really stupid, but yeah, it's just like no truer words have been spoken. It's like reality. Like if I keep being this size, I'm not going to like.
Guys, don't think this is going to last this long. She says no one time, and here we go. Last time, people were like, yay! People that are new. They're like, Yay, she's gonna do this one. Told him, say, don't you give her any compliments. Don't you think she's gonna go anywhere, because this is what she does. Look at her now.
Live much longer. I'm just not. And I know that's gruesome, but it's like actual reality. So I'm gonna be doing something more structured. I'm gonna be counting calories. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be using the app Noom, which
You've done this before and you have failed miserably. And you've given excuses why you should not be using Noom. So I guess those excuses are no longer valid. Okay.
Started and logged, put in my weight, They have lessons on there like that teaches you the psychology behind like why we eat and teaches you tricks. Like it has so many like mini lessons. It teaches you about nutrition, etc., etc. Like it's honestly such a cool and fascinating app because like,
why didn't you stay on it last time? We'll find out. We'll find out this time why it's not going to work.
I'm sitting over here doing lessons. I'm like doing all the extra credit lessons and I'm just like learning all types of stuff, but it's a lot of knowledge that I already know, but it's nice to have that like extra support. So the calories for it wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to like 3,200. And that's kind of hectic in my opinion. I'm not going to be going anywhere near.
See, Amberlynn knows better. She knows better than any app, any weight loss program. She knows better than anything. So why is she going to follow any direction or instruction? Because she's better.
The 3,000s, because I have such a messed up metabolism due to like yo-yo dieting. Plus I went through menopause at the age of like 30. Like, are we joking? Plus the lymphedema and the lymphedema. Like I lose weight differently. Like I'm not going to lose weight the same as another person who weighs the same amount as me. It's like, that's not realistic. That's not reality. We're all different. We all have our own different metabolic rates. So that means I really am just going to aim for like the lower ball there. I'm going to be aiming for like the 2,600.
Amberlynn, you can aim for whatever you're going to aim for. And then you're going to sit here and you're going to say, this isn't working because of this. Because you already changed the rules of the diet before the diet even starts.
And I know even then that's a little rocky and a little iffy because even at 2,600, like there have been times where I would gain weight from that. So I'm just going to stick to it though. With Noom, they want you to weigh yourself daily because they believe, and they've seen studies where if you weigh yourself daily, you're more likely to succeed. And I do believe that as well.
I thought you said weighing yourself daily messes with your mind and messes with absolutely everything. So you're going to stop doing that. Do you see the problem, guys?
I also want to talk about something else I said last week when I said I don't have an ideal goal weight, which that still stands. I have no idea what that looks like, but I do want to have like mini goals, something obtainable that I can reach. And they're not like these gigantic goals because then I feel overwhelmed and I give up, etc., etc. So
you have set goals for 20 pounds by the end of 3 months and missed those goals because that was too big of a goal. Okay, so I'm going to set 30 pounds in 6 months. You missed that goal because that was too big of a goal. And we are not going to go on goals like that.
As you guys know, my highest weight is 572.4. So regardless of when that happened, it doesn't matter. But I think it would be a cool concept to like lose 100 pounds from that point. So my first mini goal is simply just be 472.4.
In what amount of time? And what is your weight? Quit him hawing and beating around the bush. Just tell us how much you weigh. It's higher. She's him on. She's just going around in circles. She weighs more than she has.
So it's just 100 pounds away from that point. So then once I reach that goal, I will then create another small goal. So speaking of goals, so for the 2 goals that I had last week, first one was drink 2 water bottles a day. That was coming from drinking no water at all. Did I do that? My next goal was only order takeout 3 times a week.
So are these goals going to continue or are you done with these goals? You accomplished them, so are you done?
And that's coming from ordering it like up to 8 to 14 times in a week. Did I do that? So for the 2 water bottles, yes, I did. I drank 2 water bottles every single day, and I'm very proud of that. Thank you, thank you. I know, round of applause. Did I succeed in the 3 times takeout though? So on Wednesday, I had Panda Express, that's 1. On Friday, I ordered Hawaiian food, so that's 2. And then on Sunday, I ordered sushi, that's 3.
How do we know this is the truth? How you gonna prove it? I don't know that it's the truth. Do you know that it's the truth? I don't know that it's the truth. So how are you going to prove it, Miss Amberlynn?
I was successful, you guys. I actually freaking did it. Can you believe it? Like, I was shocked.
Nope, I don't believe it. Don't believe it at all.
Color me shocked, for real. So I'm actually gonna have 4 goals this week. And that does make me a little nervous because even just having 2 goals was hard enough. But it's like, I'm just gonna carry on the 2 goals that I already had.
Good, you answered that question for me. But I'm very disbelieving of a lot of things.
I want to continue having 2 water bottles a day, only order takeout 3 times a week. But now I'm adding on log my calories on Noom every single day, no matter what. Even if I go over, like, do not let that stop me. I want to form that habit really bad.
Get to how much you weigh. You must really weigh a lot because you're him-hawing a lot.
So in counting calories, that means I need to like weigh my food, I need to measure my food, and I need to like take it more serious and not just like guess, because I do a lot of guessing, which I'm usually pretty accurate. I understand that I'm over 500 pounds, fully aware, but I have been dieting since I was 10 years old.
And it hasn't been working, Amberlynn. It hasn't. You can use every excuse under the book. In the book, you can say that, hey, I know nutrition better than anybody. But you don't. You don't.
So for 24 years, I have learned so much knowledge. I've done this so many times that it's pretty simple. I know all the tools. I just don't use the tools. But I really want to focus like measuring my food, etc., etc., logging it into Noom. Yes. My other goal is I'm going to be doing intermittent fasting. So I like doing IF.
Oh, great. Okay. Ain't gonna last.
It is very hard because I like to eat in an 8-hour window. So that leaves 16 hours a day where I'm not eating. And it's like, it's great. It's fun when you're sleeping. It's fine. But on average, I only get like 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night. I know that's kind of low for some people. That's just the way my body rolls. Okay. Rolls. It is hard, but it's also helpful because I know that within those 8 hours, like that is the time that I get to eat my food. So then when I'm out of those hours, I like try so hard to like distract myself and I don't focus.
But if you don't leave the house, you're around food all the time. If you're at bingo, you're around food all the time. If you have the possibility of having a craving, you'll get food. We'll see how long this lasts.
On food is hard because it's like when I get to eat whenever I want, it's like all I do is think about food. But I notice I think about food less when I'm not in an eating window. So since this is a reset, we're resetting, okay? So my weigh-in for today was 523.8. It's crazy. It's hectic. I have not weighed this much in years. I'm super inflamed. I have a lot of inflammation going on. I'm swollen.
You are full of excuses, lots of excuses. I knew you were beating around a bush for a reason. Way to go, Amberlynn. Your no diet diet really worked for you.
That's just the way, the cookie crumbles, no pun intended. And I really hope next week I can come on here and be like, you guys, I was successful at all my goals again.
Yeah, the weight gain's because of Beck, though. It's Beck's fault. Remember, Beck triggered her. Beck's fault. Beck, you made her gain weight. How dare you, Beck? This is all Beck's fault. Beck made her gain weight. Beck triggered her for that.
You guys, I lost weight, so we'll see. Wish me luck. I'm going to try my very hardest. I hope that you guys have a good day, a good night, or whenever you are watching this. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Hey, I thought you had a new outro. Remember what you were saying all the time? Good day, good night, or whatever it is. Mwah. No, it's bye. Mwah. That's your outro. Guys, did y'all enjoy that? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, I do. I feel like she blamed Beck for absolutely everything. That's entirely what this whole entire thing was. It was about Beck. She just didn't call it Beck. But, oh well, alright. I'm going to say to you, I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and you remember to smile today or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. Y'all like my glasses? I don't know. I don't like these things. I like some of them. Like, I had this pair on and I felt like I was wearing, oh, no, I grabbed my earring. Felt like I was wearing swim goggles. I don't know, I like them. And then this one, I'm just like, oh, I like the darker ones, I think. But I have to wear them because they annoy my husband, okay? They may annoy me, they may annoy you, but if they annoy him, that's the point of buying them, okay? That's the entire point of buying them. Y'all know this. All right, guys, I'm going to go edit this and get it out to you today. Hopefully, maybe, I hope. All right, guys, I hope you have a good one. Yeah, y'all stay in a good mood. Be in a good mood. Stay in a good mood. Go look in the mirror if you need to and remind yourself that you're awesome. Just do it. Walk by a mirror and just say, Janet said for me to have a good day. Because it's going to work for you, all right? So y'all make sure you do have a good one.